Okay, Agun Erev Shabbos Rabbi Isai, as we prepare for Parshas Va'era, Haba Aleinu L'Tova. Now, today's shir is dedicated to Rabbi Tzal Rose and family, Lilei Nishmas, Tzvi and Levi Yitzchak, Shama should have an aliyah. We are continuing in our series on Tefilla. We're in the middle of the subject of Kriya Shema. And we've mentioned many times that one of the fundamental kavanos one should have when they say Kriya Shema is the kavana of Mesiras Nefesh. The kavana of Mesiras Nefesh means that one should imagine that if ever put to the ultimate test, they would give up their life al Kiddush Hashem. This is a kavana one should have when they say Shema. Now, really, one should have this kavana 2 times in Shema. Number 1, before they say Shema, they say they're being makabel the yoke of heaven, that if ever put to the ultimate test, they would give up their life al Kiddush Hashem. However, there's another juncture in Shema where we're machavin this, and that is when you say ve'ahavta is Hashem leikecha b'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha, that one should accept the love of Hashem to the extent that one would give up their life al Kiddush Hashem. But we also, part of Kabbalas Malchus Shamayim is the pasuk Baruch, Shem, Kevod, Malchusai Li'olam Vayed, and I want to talk about this today. By the way, Echad is Gematria 13. The Chai Adam brings, why? Because when you're imagining yourself giving up your life al Kiddush Hashem, the Shechita knife requires 12 checkings plus the Shechita itself. So that's also a connection between the word Echad and the Kavana of Mesiras Nefesh. It's interesting that Shema and Baruch Shem both have 6 words each. 6 words each. Actually, where in the Torah do we find 6 and 6? Where in the Torah do we find 6 and 6? We find by the Avnei Shoyham, Shisha Mishemaisam Al Ha'even Ha'achas V'yashemayis Hashisha Hanoisarim Al Ha'even Hasheinis Kesoy L'doisam. The Balaturim points out Shisha Mishemaisam Al Rashi Tevois Shema. Yeah? Shisha Mishemaisam Al is Rashi Teva Shema. In any event, I want to talk about Baruch Shem. But in this context, I want to talk about Makas Tzfardeya. We know that the plague of the frogs, some type of frog or a crocodile, according to Abarbanel, and the root of the word Tzfardeya, Rav Avigdor Miller writes, is Tzafar Yada. Tzafar is the morning. Tzafra v'ramsha, right? Vahi era vahi voiker. Vahi Tzafar is the morning. Now, what's interesting is, what does it mean? They Tzafar Yada, they know the morning. Because some of the frogs croaked all day. Some of them croaked all night. So they thought the Egyptians couldn't sleep the whole night because there were these croaking frogs. So they thought when the morning would come, at least they would get some respite. No, then you had other frogs who produced a new cacophony of croaking. Now it's very interesting. So these frogs knew the morning. But there's something very important we learned from the frogs. Because the Gemara tells us in Masechta Pesachim, and Daf Nun Gimel Amud Beis, that Toidos Ish Roimi asks, why did Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah give up their life al Kiddush Hashem and jump into the furnace in the times of Nebuchadnezzar? Says the Gemara, what do you mean, where did they get it from? They learned it from the frogs. If frogs who are not mitzuvah on Kiddush Hashem, God said, jump into their homes, into their bowls, into their kneading bowls, into their ovens. So we who are mitzuvah al Kiddush Hashem alachas kama v'kama, we have to give up our life. So we see an amazing thing about these frogs. The frogs were moiser nefesh al Kiddush Hashem. Tosfos is a famous Tosfos here. that what does the Gemara mean? What did Hanani, Mishael, Azariah see fit to jump into the fire? So Rashi says, yeah, exactly. Why'd they give up their life? Doesn't the Torah say v'chai bahem? So Tosa says, what do you mean v'chai bahem? But it was public, and publicly you have to give up your life, even on a mitzvah kala, even if it wasn't avodah zarah, even if it wasn't avodah zarah, if it was just any sin, a public sin, you have to give up your life. So Rabbeinu Tam says, well, the tselem of Nebuchadnezzar was not avodah zarah; it was just a statue, and therefore the question is, why did they give up their life? Nebuchadnezzar only made the statue for his honor, and the answer is that they made a kal v'chomer from the frogs, even though they didn't have to. They went out of their way. The Reese says, no, maybe it was avodah zarah, but the question is, why didn't they run away? They could have ran away. And the answer is they didn't run away. They wanted to take up the opportunity of Kiddush Hashem. The bottom line is we see something very amazing about these frogs. These frogs are willing to be Moiser Nefesh al Kiddush Hashem. By the way, the Shach al HaTorah writes, why did God punish the Egyptians with Sephardeya? He says because they were mevatel us from Kriya Shema, Shachris v'Arvis. They were mevatel us from Shema. Therefore, the punishment was makas tzvardeya on the Egyptians. So it comes out very interesting. The Egyptians try to be mevatel us from Kriya Shema. Kriya Shema is boiker and erev. So Hashem said, Safar Yada, I'm going to send tzvardeya, I'm going to send animals that know when it's morning and night. You'll see, you don't let the Jewish people cry out Shema, you're going to hear the cry of the Tzafar Yadeya, those who know the morning. But even more so, it comes out very beautiful, that what is the kavana of Shema? The kavana of Shema is to be Moiser Nefesh al Kiddush Hashem. So Hashem says, you're not going to let the Jews say the Shema to Mekabel, the yoke of heaven, be Moiser Nefesh al Kiddush Hashem. I'm going to send the tzvardeya from which they're going to learn a kal v'chomer to go even further in the mitzvah of Kiddush Hashem, because the source of giving up your life on Kiddush Hashem is learned out of the frogs. And here's the clincher. If you look in Parak Shira, and you want to know what is the song of the frogs, what is the Shira of the frogs? Tzvardeya oimeres, Baruch, Shem, Kevod, Malchusai, Li'olam Va'ed. So it's really Midah Keneged Midah. The Mitzrayim didn't let us say Shema. They didn't let us say Baruch Shem. They didn't want us to accept upon ourselves to be Moiser Nefesh al Kiddush Hashem. So Midah Keneged Midah, the Rebbeinu Shalom sends upon them the Makas Tzvardeya, who they know the morning, and they cry out Baruch Shem, and from then we learn the great lesson of being Moiser Nefesh al Kiddush Hashem. One last thing, the introduction to Parak Shira, that it says that when David HaMelech finished Sefer Tehillim, he became a little bit zacha datoi, a little inflated. He says, Rebbeinu Shalom, does anyone sing Shira like I do? And David bumped into a frog, and the frog said, don't be arrogant. I sing more than you. Every Shira that I sing, I give 3,000 Mishalim. So the frog is sort of the paradigm of song to Hashem, but we may add even in a situation where they're b'misharoisecha uvesanurecha. Okay, Rabbi Isai, I wish everyone a wonderful Shabbos. Great to see you. And if anybody wants to come to Lakewood, you're cordially invited. Amen.
You're welcome to come to Florida anytime, Rabbi.
Thank
80
you.
degrees here today.
Thank you.
I'm going to be in New York next Shabbos, and it's supposed to be 13 degrees.
Okay, come visit. I'll talk to you.
So, all right,
Okay.
be well.
Be well.
Mazel tov.
Thank you.
Rabbi, very quickly.
Yeah.
I